This sweet and salty Grinch popcorn is a family favorite for the holiday movie nights and Christmas parties. It's freshly popped popcorn and it's covered in this green and buttery white chocolate and marshmallow mixture filled with bright red candies. It's a pretty easy and no-fail recipe, so I'm going to walk you through step by step and show you just how easy it is to make. Follow along and I will show you step by step how to make this really easy and adorable Grinch popcorn recipe. Welcome back. I'm Jill with the CarefreeKitchen.com, and today I'm going to be sharing with you one of our all-time favorite recipes during the holidays. This is my Grinch popcorn recipe. This popcorn recipe is a marshmallowy, chewy, crunchy, and perfectly green popcorn recipe for your Grinch moving night or a Halloween party or even a school party. Wherever you use it, everyone will love it, and I hope your family loves it just as much as we do. Anywhere you choose to use it, everyone is going to love it, and you are going to be the star of the show. So now the first thing I'm going to do is add my butter, my sugar, and my karo syrup to a large non-stick skillet. And I'm going to bring that to a boil. I want to make sure my butter is all melted and then all of the sugar is dissolved. And we're going to boil that for 1 minute. There's not a particular degree that we want to get this to. We just want it to be all boiled so that all of our sugar is dissolved there. And then to that, we're going to add our marshmallows. And of course, I'm going to put all of the ingredients in the description below so that you can easily get to that. Or I have a link in there to go to my website to get even more tips and tricks and recipe variations. When your marshmallows are just about all the way melted, we're going to add in our white chocolate chips. Now we need about 1.5 cups of white chocolate chips here, and continue to stir that until they are almost melted. And then we're going to add our green food coloring and then again mix it. Now we're going to pour half of our mixture onto our popcorn, and this, I mean, look at how ooey and gooey and delicious that is. It is just so perfect. And now I'm going to lightly stir that with a spoon. We don't want to break up those kernels, so do it kind of lightly so that we can leave those kernels nice and big and fluffy. And you can add more popcorn as needed. I like to leave a little bit of popcorn at the end because I really want this evenly covered all over my popcorn. And I don't know, for some reason, sometimes you need closer to 14 cups of popcorn and sometimes you need a little bit closer to 16. So I like to just reserve a little bit so that I have the flexibility to add a little bit more in if needed. And then I'm just going to stir this until it is all combined. And then I like to add butter to my baking sheet. And I like to do this so that when you get that first bite of your popcorn, it's not it doesn't have the chemically taste that a non-stick spray would have. So I like to use an actual stick of butter and then just use my hands to cover it all and make sure it doesn't stick to my pan. So this is how I like to butter my dish for this particular recipe. And now I'm just going to add my popcorn right onto the baking dish and then spread it out evenly. And you can just get this to room temperature, and then once it's to room temperature, you can just break it apart, and this marshmallowy white chocolate mixture is to die for. It is so delicious and so fun to eat, and really it only takes a few minutes to make. So here is my Grinch popcorn. I like to finish it off with a little bit of red candies. Sometimes you can find little red gummy candies. If you can't find that, I like to use red or green M&Ms. Now I like to put it in these little red and white little cups. You can use whatever you want. You can even get those clear cups. It keeps things a little bit more sanitary and it's easier to eat. Here is my Grinch popcorn, my chewy, delicious, salty, marshmallowy white chocolate popcorn. It is so delicious, and I really think that your family is going to love it too. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Carefree Kitchen. I hope your family loves this Grinch popcorn as much as we do. Be sure to subscribe, and follow me here, and I will show you all kinds of fun and easy recipes that your family will like. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.